Hello and welcome to the second video, Legal Research Introduction. This has been created by the Law Library at the University of Tasmania for students in Introduction to Law. So today we have three videos. The first was on legal resources, and that gave you an overview of different legal resources available at the University of Tasmania Library. Today we're going to look at search techniques to help you use those legal resources to full effect. Generally speaking, before you start searching for information, you want to take some time to think about the legal situation or scenario and plan your search strategy. You might want to think about what it is that you wish to find. Do you need an article or a textbook, or is it some online government material that you require? Next, you're going to think about what search terms you will need to use. You'll need to think about keywords and phrases that will help you find relevant information. It's important to keep in mind that you are researching the legal issues and not the facts of the scenario, so select keywords and phrases that are relevant to the legal issues of the case. Also, think about what synonyms might be used. You're also going to want to think about applicable search parameters, so what time period, what jurisdiction are you looking in? And then also what resources you'll need to search. For example, which legal databases will have the materials that you need. In this video, we're going to cover advanced searching, which is called Boolean searching. We'll also look at different types of journal databases, some which have only indices and others which have full text. And then we're going to look at how to interpret an abbreviation, and a little bit about how to search newspaper databases. Legal databases allow you to use Boolean operators to improve your search results. Boolean operators are connective words that you place between your keywords and phrases. An AND search will find documents which contain both words. An OR search will find either word in the document. And a NOT search will find the first word but not the second. I'm going to show you how to use a database, and we're going to put in our search terms. Here we're going to put in a search of sentencing, and we want to find out about sentencing young people, if there's any legal cases or information on legal sentencing and young people. We could put in sentencing and young people, but in this case we're going to think of some synonyms. So here I've come up with three synonyms: teenager or youth or adolescent. So this will search for documents which contain sentencing and any one of these three terms. So the first step is to go to the library homepage. If you're on the University of Tasmania homepage, look to the top right and select Library. From here you'll want to go to the subject guides, select the law subject guides, and choose the relevant one for you. Here we have the Legal Skills Research Guide, which helps you develop your legal research skills. Because we're looking for secondary sources, we're going to go straight to are there any good journal articles on my topic? Now this gives you a range of different databases, and you can look at the description of each to find which one might be relevant for you. Here we're just going to have a look at the Attorney General's Information Service. So we're going to now type in our Boolean search, so sentencing and any one of the following terms that relates to young people. We can choose other terms, but this is just an example. We'll have a look at what that brings us up. So here we have 44 results, which is a good number of results. And it looks like some of them might be quite relevant to youth justice issues, which is what we're looking for here. We can click into that to access the full text of the article. The Legal Research Guide that we just looked at covers a number of primary journal databases. You might also want subject-specific or foreign law databases, and you can go further into other subject guides for those. All of these databases together will give you full text of the journal articles, but however, some cases they might just give you some details of the article, such as the author, the title, and an abstract. These are referred to as an index of articles. If you cannot find the full text of an article in one of these databases, you can search for the citation using another database, or even asking a librarian for assistance. Australian databases, such as AGIS Plus Text or Australian Public Affairs Information Service, contain both full text and indices of journal articles. I'm just going to give you an example. So we're again going to follow the steps of going to the subject guides, to the law subject guides, and in this case to the Legal Skills Research Guide, looking up secondary sources. Because we're looking for journal articles, we're going to select one of the databases available. So here we're going to try Lexis Advance. Here in Lexis Advance we can put in our search phrase that we're going to use. We're going to limit our search to what's called analytical materials, or secondary materials in this case. And what we have here is an article called Adolescent Negligence, Obvious Risk and Recent Developments in Neuroscience. We've got a full text of the article here, but if it was the case that we didn't have the full text of the article, we would need to look up this citation and see if it's somewhere else in the library. So here we have the title of the article, the year it was published, the volume number, and an abbreviated form of the journal title. So what is the journal title? If we go back to our library subject guide, we can go to what does this abbreviation mean, and it gives us different options to interpret our abbreviation. At the library here we often recommend to use the Cardiff's Index to Legal Abbreviations because it is one of the greater databases, and we're going to put into our index here that abbreviation, and we see that there's two journals. So it's either the Torts Law Journal of Australia or the Travel Law Journal from the United Kingdom. Given that we've looked in an Australian database, we're going to make a guess that it's the Australian journal, and then we're going to return to the library, selecting Library Catalogue, because we don't because we know the title of the journal, we're not going to use Mega Search, because otherwise that will search the individual words and give us too many results. So we've put in here the title of the journal in quotation marks, and we've selected to search the library catalogue. And here we see we do have a copy of the Torts Law Journal. And it's a print journal. If it was an electronic journal, then we would have eJournal here. With the print journal, this will give us information as to whether it's available at the library, and it will also give us a call number so we can locate the particular journal in the library. That way we can look up the article that we've found indexed in our database. So just to reiterate what we've just done, we found a citation for a journal article, we've gone to the Cardiff's Index to Legal Abbreviations to find what that citation means. And then we've gone into the library and we've looked up the journal title to find our article. This is all also listed in the library subject guide, so if you forget these steps, just go back to the subject guide and that will walk you through how to interpret a citation. So we've just had a look at how to use the databases online and do more effective searches. We've looked at how to do a Boolean search using our and, or, and not Boolean operators. We've also had a look at the different types of journal databases. So you can have full text databases, but you can also have indices within those databases. And when you come across an indexed journal article and you're wanting to find the full text, we've given you some tips as to how to interpret the citation and use the library catalogue to find the full text of your article. But if you have any questions, please do get in touch with the Law Library. These are our contact details on the screen. We're always happy to hear from you and talk you through any of these areas of legal research. Thank you again for your time, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.